Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nico the Notorious Fantasy back again today with another fantasy football video. In today's video, I got Week 14 tight end rankings. Now, before I get into these tight end rankings that are based more off of the PPR format, I'd like to give you guys a word from my friends and my sponsors over at OverlayDFS.com. OverlayDFS.com is my favorite way to play daily fantasy football. Now, they allow 10 max lineups in each contest. Obviously, I typically play the progressive game, and the reason why I play the progressive game is because if you're in the top 10%, you win 9 times your buy-in. In the $2.5 game, that's $18. In the $22 game, that's $180. And in the $109 game, you hit that top 10%, you get $900. But here's the kicker. If you hit that beautiful 12-0, which you're going to be striving to get in the $22 game, which is obviously, guys, the game to play, you could hit over $9,000. By the time it is Sunday, it may be over $10,000 if you hit that beautiful 12-0 and all of the stars align. Obviously, there are other people in the contest, but it's pretty much just you versus the board. You only really have to worry about your score and the score that is going to get you to hit that cash and that top 10% money. So, obviously, guys, I'm going to show you how it works real quick so that you have a better understanding of it. You're going to be making 12 picks plus 3 alternate picks. Those alternate picks are so if someone gets hurt, then that matchup gets voided, and then you just take one of the games from your alternates. You're also going to be making it so you put them in order of how confident you are to get more points for the tiebreaker if you and someone else happens to tie. So obviously at the top, you would want to put the games you're most confident in. It's pretty much just player versus player. It is not that complicated. Who will score more fantasy points, Lamar Jackson or Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins? And my favorite thing to do is stack some players. So I like to go with 2 players on the same team. You can go with Aaron Rodgers, right? I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a big game, so I also am going to match him with Devontae Adams. So if they both have a big game, that's an easy 2-0 there for me. So make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com, link down below in the description. Come join me. I will be playing this week. I play every single week. It is going to be a blast. Let's go. And we are back. Make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com, link down below in the description. Let's get right into this video. Week 14 tight end rankings. Coming in at number 1, my number 1 tight end of the week is Zach Ertz, going up against the New York Giants. Now, this is obviously a very cupcake matchup for Mr. Zachary Ertz. This should be such an easy game. The Giants' defense just is not all that good, so obviously Zach Ertz should be able to easily perform and dice up this defense like he did last week to the Miami Dolphins. Coming in at number 2, we have Travis Kelce going against the New England Patriots. Now, I know this is on paper, a tougher type of matchup. The Patriots defense looked great earlier in the season. Now they're not looking too hot. So I think that Travis Kelce should be able to play well in this game. Obviously, if the Kansas City Chiefs want to win this game, Travis Kelce is going to have to get involved and get involved big to win the game. So I like Travis Kelce in this game in Foxborough. Coming in at number 3, we have George Kittle going against the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Now, I know I don't really believe that this game is going to be a high-scoring affair, but if we know something about this San Francisco offense, it's that it runs through one man and one man only, and his name is George Kittle. He's going to get a lot of usage and a lot of looks in this game. I personally believe that the San Francisco 49ers may slap up the New Orleans Saints. It could be possible. I think that Drew Brees being a pocket passer is not advantageous to beating the San Francisco defense. I think George Kittle is going to get a lot of work in this game, get a lot of looks by Mr. Jimmy G Spot, so I like George Kittle in this game coming in number 3. Coming in at number 4, we have Hunter Henry going against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, Hunter Henry really has not been performing all that well the last couple of games. I know right after he came off that injury, he was hot for like 1, 2, he was like hot 3 fucking games in a row. He was on fire, knock one time if you're with me. He was on super hot fire, but then he's kind of tapered off. But this week, he gets the Jacksonville Jaguars, and this Jaguars defense wishes it was the Jaguars defense of 2, 3 years ago. This defense is fucking atrocious. They can't stop anyone. I think Hunter Henry is going to eat in this game coming in at number 4. Now at number 5, we got Jack Doyle going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That man just got paid, and he's going to be eaten this week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He got a 3-year contract. Eric Ebron going to be gone next year. It looks like Jack Doyle might be a god next year in fantasy football, but this week, he could be a god as well. I really like him up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I know, they have a tough defense, and the Indianapolis offense does not look all that good with T.Y. Hilton and all these guys so banged up, and Marlon Mack back returning. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be super hot fire. But the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a good run defense. They are going to have to pass if they want to beat this team, and I think that Jack Doyle will be getting a lot of looks in this game by Jacoby B. While I don't really trust Jacoby B this week, I still think that he throws the ball to Jack Doyle enough to warrant starting Jack Doyle on this week. Coming in at number 6, we have Dallas Goedert going against the New York Football Giants. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Nick, how the fuck do you have the tight end 2 on the Philadelphia Eagles ranked over guys like Darren Waller or Mark Andrews? They're the tight end 1 on their team. Are you fucking stupid? How could you do that? What is wrong with you? And you might be thinking that, and that might be true. I am a bit crazy. I'm a bit out there, but I think that Dallas Goedert will have a big game this week up against the New York Football Giants for the same reasons why I think Zach Ertz is going to perform. This defense is fucking atrocious, and we saw it last week when they played up against the Miami Dolphins. They were both able to go surgical against that team and cut up that defense and play well. I see the same thing this week up against the New York Giants, but you do have to worry about the fact that it is an in-division game. It is a rivalry game where the Eli Manning might just take the Giants' ass cheeks and clap them all night long. Coming in at number 7, we have Darren Waller going against the Tennessee Titans. Now, Darren Waller, just like Hunter Henry, really hasn't been too hot the last couple of weeks. This Oakland Raiders offense has been so shit the last couple of weeks. But in this game up against the Tennessee Titans, I think they really need to win this game. And I think if Josh Jacobs is out, they're going to be using Darren Waller heavily in this game. So I like him going against the Tennessee Titans this week. Coming in at number 8, we have Mr. Maki Mark Andrews going against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Now, the people are going to be jumping through tables. There's going to be beer drank. A dildo may get thrown onto the fucking field because we know that's just shit that happens over there in Buffalo. But I like Mark Andrews in this game. Now, call me crazy, but I think he's going to be able to find the end zone in this game. I don't think you're going to be able to beat Buffalo deep down the field with Hollywood Brown. I think you're going to have to be doing some short type of passes and a lot of running to beat this team. And I think Mark Andrews is going to be just standing there wide open in the end zone for Mr. Lamar Jackson to find wide open. So I like him this week coming in at number 8, but this matchup is not the juiciest one for Mark Andrews this week. Coming in at number 9, we have big man Vance McDonald going against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, if you know anything about tight ends in fantasy football, you know when they are playing the Arizona Cardinals, it is a guaranteed 9 million touchdowns. When the Rams played against the Cardinals, Tyler Higbee had a huge game last week, and I really think that Vance McDonald, even though the talent isn't as there, he's not the greatest tight end ever, neither is Tyler Higbee. That just proves my point right there. Against the Arizona Cardinals, tight ends perform, and I really believe that Vance McDonald will perform big this week in fantasy football. Coming in at number 10, we have Ryan Griffin going against the Miami Dolphins. Now, I know Ryan Griffin has actually been just quite consistent. He was having huge games. Now he's tampering down, and it's about like 10 points per game, which is still great for fantasy football. And this week up against the Miami Dolphins, a game that could certainly be a high-scoring affair, especially with all these injuries to the Jets defense, and the Miami defense just not looking all that hot after they traded my boy Minkah Fitzpatrick. I really do like Ryan Fitzmagic this game, and I really like the other Ryan in this game, Ryan Griffin. Coming in at number 11, we have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer going up against the Detroit Lions. Kyle Rudolph should be able to have a phenomenal game in this game. The Detroit Lions defense is fucking atrocious. Kyle Rudolph is going to be the main look in this game. Obviously, Diggs is going to be playing. Dalvin Cook is going to be playing, but Adam Thielen is gone, and that is a recipe for success for Kyle Rudolph. I like him in this game against the Detroit Lions in Minnesota. Coming in at number 12, we have Licky Mike Gesicki going against the New York Football Jets. Now, Mike Gesicki has been absolutely phenomenal in fantasy football the last couple of games. Him and Ryan Fitzmagic have a type of love affair that Sammy Mono has with all of his wide receivers, giving them all mono. Mike Gesicki has a love affair with Matty Snapback, that's Matt Stafford, with Mr. Ryan Fitzmagic, and I think that Mike Gesicki is going to have a big game again this week. He's definitely a guy that you can easily rely upon in this game. Going up against the Jets defense that is super duper banged up. Now into 13 through 20, so if you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. It would really mean a whole lot to this guy over here, sitting here behind the camera, talking to you about fantasy football. Coming in number 13, we have Austin Hoop God going up against the Carolina Panthers. Now, Austin Hooper has been activated. Him and Julio Jones are going to be good to go for Sunday's affair. Now, I like Austin Hooper in this game, but I am a bit worried because this injury is no joke. He's been out for a long time. People were saying he could return week 15. It's week 14. 1 week maybe early. Who knows? But I think he should be good in this game up against the Carolina Panthers. But I just wouldn't put him into the top 12 just yet until I see him do it again this week against the Carolina Panthers, especially with Julio being active. That obviously hurts his value. Coming in at number 14, we have Jacob Hollister, as I like to call him, Jacob Abercrombie, going against the LA Rams. Now, obviously, Russell Wilson just loves throwing the ball to the fucking tight end. It was Will Dissly earlier in the season. Now it has been Jacob Hollister God. And I believe that Jacob Hollister will be able to perform big against this LA Rams defense. I like him at number 14. Coming in at number 15, I have Jared Cook going up against the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I know Jared Cook has been on fucking fire. They need to get the fucking fireman out there to hose his ass down. He is just that on fire. But this week, he gets the San Francisco 49ers. And as you guys know, the San Francisco 49ers do have a good defense. So I am a bit worried about him this week, and that's why he's ranked low at number 15. If he was playing up against any other defense, I would have him obviously in the top 10. Knock one time if you are with me. Coming in at number 16, we have Tyler Higbee going up against the Seattle Seahawks. Now, last week he had a huge game against the Arizona Cardinals, but the Seattle Seahawks defense is a lot better against the tight end, so I got him at number 16. Obviously, you do a lot worse than Tyler Higbee, especially with Gerald Everett being hurt. Coming in at number 17, we have Noah Fant going against the Houston Texans. Now, I noticed last week that Drew Lock did like to throw the ball to Noah Fant, and that's obviously going to be a good sign for this week, but the Houston Texans defense is very good. Last week they were playing against the Chargers, and the Chargers just love to blow leads. They just love to give the game to the other team. So this game may be completely different than that game, where the Houston Texans are really in control of this game. So I think that's going to hurt Noah Fant's value, but there's obviously guys that are a lot worse than Noah Fant, since my boy Drew Lock is going to throw the ball to him a bunch of times in this game. Coming in at number 18, we have Jimmy Graham going against the Washington Redskins. Now I know what you might be thinking. Nick, how the fuck do you not have the tight end playing against the Washington Redskins in your top 10? The Washington Redskins defense is fucking atrocious. They can't stop anyone. Bada bing, bada boom. They're not going to do anything. Jimmy Graham is going to eat in this game like Ezekiel Elliott, you fucking idiot. And I know you might be thinking that. You might be thinking that Jimmy Graham is going to have a huge game this week. But I believe that Jimmy Graham is actually going to disappoint a lot of people this week. If they're going to throw him into their lineup, they're going to give the dice roll that Jimmy Graham is. You fucking shake him up, you throw him. Boom. And it's either going to be double sixes or double ones, because he will either does phenomenal or shits the fucking bed. And I'm going to be honest with you, I am not rolling the dice with Jimmy Graham this week, except for, if you're fucking ranked lower than Jimmy Graham. Coming in at number 19, we have Evan Engram going up against the Philadelphia Eagles, and his game is on Monday night. So some people are saying that he might be good to go. On Sunday, we'll know better if he's going to be able to play the next day on Monday. Now, if he plays, I'm going to find it a bit hard to play him. He's ranked so high because the tight end position is just so fucking shallow. It's just terrible. So to crack the top 20, if you have two fucking hands and maybe able to catch the ball, you can make the top 20. But number 20 barely has hands, and he even cracked the top 20. So Evan Engram should be in for a good game if he plays, but I am obviously worried about the quarterback position on the team. Eli Manning was looking fucking atrocious early in this year, if you even remember. Danny Dimes was looking much better. In this game up against the Philadelphia Eagles, obviously a rivalry game, Evan Engram could perform, but I'm definitely a bit worried for this game for Evan Engram due to Eli Manning and the fact that the Giants just are not going to look too hot in this game. Coming in at number 20, we have O.J. Howard. Now, I know I said before that O.J. Howard really doesn't have any hands, and he really doesn't have a back either, because we saw 2 games ago, the ball hit his back, and he just reached back, and the ball just bounced off of it, and the other team caught an interception off of it, okay? That's the explanation there. That might have been completely wrong to exactly what happened, but you guys get the point. O.J. Howard has not done shit all fucking season. You drafted him highly. You said in the 4th round, O.J. Howard's going to ball out like he did last year before he got hurt. That's what you were thinking. That's what I was thinking. You know what he did? He straight fucked you right in the ass without any use of lubricant. I think that O.J. Howard could have a great game in this game, and that's why he's top 20. Jameis Winston has been having a few down games in a row, like 2 games where he hasn't played super hot. In this game, I believe he is going to catch on fire NBA Jam style and be throwing dimes all over the field. Maybe it'll be a couple interceptions, but he's going to be throwing some touchdowns. And maybe, just maybe, you roll the dice, you throw it, and hope that O.J. Howard catches one of those touchdowns. So thank you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you ended up enjoying, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Click on one of the videos on the side, right here, boom, right down there. And make sure to check out overlaydfs.com, the link down below in the description. So thank you guys all for watching this video. I love each and every single one of you guys. Make sure to have a great rest of your day. Let's have an even better Sunday tomorrow. Goodbye, my friend.